Hello, everyone. Divine Feminine Empress 444 here to do a collective read. Decks have already been shuffled. I hope everybody's doing very well. I have to give my apologies once again because I have not been on and giving you guys a reading, but for a few reasons. And hopefully, you guys understand. One, personally, because my birthday was on the 17th. So I was trying to enjoy myself. Two, it's been very busy. Life is lifing, right? And three, I was taking time for me, right? And I feel like that's something we all should do. Sometimes we get caught up in trying to find the answers, right? Wanting someone else to give us the idea or the answer to something. And sometimes, right, we have to trust God, right? Go within, um, listen to ourselves. And sometimes that's a hard thing to recognize, right? Because a lot of the times I feel like we don't trust ourselves because of past choices, past things we decided to have or go through, because everything we do is a choice. So yeah, just a lot growing, right? Um but I do miss y'all when I'm not on, because you guys are my tribe, right? If you resonate with my readings, it's because you're meant to. So, anyway, enough about that. Let's start with the collective reading, see what comes out. Family. We have Queen Bee in reverse. Secure, confident, boss bitch, career focused. And then we have workplace affair. And then we have left hanging, no closure, no contact, left on red. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Let's get something more for the collective. Five of Pentacles. We have the Five of Wands. We have the Five of Swords. Oh, I'll take them. We have the Nine of Cups. Then we also have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Hierophant. We have the Two of Wands in reverse. And we have the Six of Cups. Okay, collective. So, collective, what I'm seeing here is a lot, to be honest. I'm seeing a lot of scenarios. There could have been somebody here that made you feel less than. This is somebody definitely from the past. They could have left you hanging. No closure, no contact, left on red, right? Maybe this person was having an affair. This could have been a husband, a fiance, a baby's dad, a baby's mom, something of that sort. But I feel like this person made you feel left out in the cold with this Five of Pentacles. They made you feel left out in the cold, having to almost feeling like you had to compete, right? Compete for their time, affection, attention. I'm also seeing this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. This could have even been like just a family scenario, right? This could have been people in your family, you know, never really having somebody to turn to, right? Leaving you out in the cold, making you feel unwanted, unneeded. Yeah. Hmm. But what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing this going like two ways. So for some here, I feel like you're gonna have to flip the roles how they fit for your situation. For some of you, this could have caused a lot of conflict, competition, fighting, you feeling down, right? Or I'm also seeing for someone else, right? Whoever caused this, that they are now experiencing conflict, right? While you're sitting in this Nine of Cups energy, um, feeling satisfied, feeling emotionally steady, hmm feeling grateful for even the little things. Yes. Excuse me. With this Knight of Pentacles, I'm seeing, I feel like there's going to be a conversation coming in. hmm That's what I just heard. A conversation coming. This could be from a family member, or like I said, this could be an ex. There's some kind of conversation coming towards you. And I feel like you're going to have to use your intuition, right? It's that inner reflection, doing the inner work. Why, whoever this is, you reflected them, right? It's almost like that mirroring effect is what I'm called to say. Um, you've learned a lot in your healing journey. You've learned a lot about, you know, what you were accepting, the kind of people that you had in your life. But now you're also learning like why and going inward, right? So, like, what was it about me that I lacked? What was it about me that I needed and that I was looking for outside of myself? Because at the end of the day, it's actually all about us, right? This is almost like a film, right? And you're the star. I always say this. It's like you're the star of the film and you get to choose who are the characters in your life, right? You can either keep people around you or you can let them go. And then they become no longer in the script, right? Thank you, Spirit. I hope I'm explaining this well. But yeah, I feel like you're going to have to be in this Hierophant energy, right? Using your intuition, reflecting, and why, even when people come back around, right? Why are they coming back around? What is it that they need from you? But also, what is this interaction also showing you about yourself, right? Are you willing to accept the disrespect again? You have to learn to separate your feelings, step outside of your feelings, and use good judgment. hmm Also, understanding what are your firm beliefs, your firm boundaries, right? hmm I feel like you're also going to have to learn that you can forgive, um, and show people mercy, right? Show people grace, but it doesn't mean you have to allow people to overstep your boundaries again, right? You have to be clear on what your boundaries are, first of all, with yourself, right? So it's like really thinking about what is a boundary for you. And then when people come into your life and are around you or come back into your life, right? One, are you even willing to have that conversation, right? To, if I do have this conversation, what am I willing to accept and not accept? Okay. I'm going to move on from that. I think that pretty much is self-explanatory. With this Two of Wands in reverse, I feel like you're doing a lot of inner reflecting, right? I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you could still like fear the growth, right? Where do I go from here? Wondering, right? And what are my goals? What do I want to do? Where do I want to go? Where am I headed? Whoever I'm speaking to, you could be having a hard time figuring out what your purpose is, right? What is my calling? What am I here to do? I could be speaking to somebody who yeah, whoever I'm speaking to, you often have always thought of others, right? Put a lot of other people ahead of yourself. So this is confusing for you, I feel like, because you never were selfish. So you've always been the type to help others. And a lot of the times that's what awakenings are, right? Finding your purpose is. It's like helping others and then helping yourself, right? But I think that's the key part. You've always been willing to help others. But I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you were choosing the wrong people to help, right? Because maybe they weren't ready. Not saying they're a wrong person. They just weren't ready, right? So it's like helping people along the way that are meant to hear it or meant to receive, right? Understanding to keep those boundaries. So if somebody is mistreating you, we're not going to continue to add fuel to the fire, right? You walk away. Yeah. So I think that that's the thing here. It's like almost going within to find, I just heard loving yourself first, respecting yourself first, so that will illuminate onto others. Yes. Okay, thank you. I'm supposed to give this example for me not getting on here. I had a time where I needed to reflect. I needed to go within, right? So although the normal me who would want to please everyone else and make everyone else satisfied and appease everyone else, I would have jumped on here every day and gave readings. But I couldn't, because I needed to create a boundary, because I needed to go within for myself, right? I needed to reflect. And I've learned, even on this, right? And you will learn as well, collective, on social media. Whoever is your tribe, whoever are your people, whoever are meant to be there, will be there regardless, right? If people fall off, they're meant to fall off for a reason. Okay? We can't force anything. Everything happens in divine timing and for a reason. Okay? So, people who are meant to be there will be understanding. Yes. So whatever your situation is, I was called to give that example for that. Okay? Excuse me. With this 6 of Cups, I feel like there's people coming around from the past, right? It's almost like that reminiscing. They miss you. They want to see how you're doing. Mm, it's almost like they see an innocence in you. This you've always been the type to, no matter what they did, accept them back, right? Yeah. Hmm. But I'm called to say, Spirit just gave me this nudge. This is where you have to use your discernment. Okay. Do they deserve to even be able to hold a conversation with you? Do they even deserve to? And even if you hold the conversation, you need to still keep your boundaries, right? Yes. Okay. Give me something more. The Lovers. When I see this, sometimes I'll see it as an actual partnership, right? But right now, I'm actually seeing it like harmony and balance within yourself, being in alignment, gaining the strength, understanding that, yes, you can take care of yourself, right? Other people are not technically or necessarily needed, but finding people that fit you, right? Of course, no one is going to be just like you because only you can be you. But creating healthy relationships, right? An equal give and take. I have someone that I've grown very close to that watches my readings. And I won't share her name because I don't know if she wants me to. But anyway, she has been starting a page herself, and I really enjoyed watching her videos the other day because they were needed. And sometimes it's funny because sometimes a lot of people think they need me, but sometimes I also gain something from you guys as well. Um, and that's how every relationship should be, an equal give and take, right? Any any transaction, right? Any communication should be that way. But anyway, she was talking about, are you valuable or are you, oh, I forget now, it just slipped my mind, but it was along the lines of, are you useful or are you valuable? Thank you. And when I watched the video, the first, because she did it in 4 parts, and I was like, whoa, I've always been useful. The value, right? I've allowed people to use me. The value would be me giving someone information, not fixing it for them, but giving someone information or giving someone a helping hand at times, but not overdoing it, right? To where you feel depleted of your resources, of your time, of your energy, of your efforts. Yeah, that one hit home. I was like, ooh, speak. So, girl, if you're watching this reading, thank you. You know who you are. Let's get another one. Then we have the Star card, the Sun card, and the Two of Swords. I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you're finding this inner calm, appreciating you for who you are, flaws and all, right? Um, we all know we're not perfect. No one is perfect. And that could be even on oh my goodness, excuse me, outer appearance or inside, right? We all have things that we can fix. We all have things that we can adjust, that we can change, but only if you want to, for you. Okay, collective. And I feel like you're rejuvenating. Yeah. Finding peace, having faith, finding your purpose. With this sun card, I feel like a lot of positivity is coming, right? Going through a rebirth. hmm Reflecting on your inner child, the wants and needs of your inner self. I have to give this example because I think this is spirit just showed me to do it. Okay. But since I was like 16 years old, right? I wanted to get my nose pierced so bad. And my birthday on the 17th, I was with a friend of mine, a work colleague, but her and I became friends. And we went to a um I don't even know what you would call it. But anyway, we went to an event and it was for like tattoos and piercings and things like that. And I enjoyed myself. I had a really good time. It's something that I wouldn't have normally done, but it was that's the thing. It's like I'm trying to refine myself because let's be real, as mothers, as fathers, as just grown-ups, right? We tend to forget who we are. We don't even know who we are because we are so busy trying to accommodate others and please others and do things for everyone else that we forget who we are. So anyway, let me get to the point. Um, since 16 years old, I wanted to get my nose pierced. And I finally did it at 46 years old, 30 years later, right? Um, Confirmation from the horn. Uh, that might not be a big deal to anyone else. And most people would be like, why? At that age, why not? Right? Why not? And I love it. I'm glad I got it done. And it made me feel like, wow, I'm doing something. And it was funny too, because I'm sorry to talk in circles, but it was funny too, because me and my friend, we went out to eat afterwards, and her and I were discussing, I don't even know what I like to eat even, because I always was the type so used to being a mom, and she felt the same way. Being married, being a mother, being, you're trying to find what's convenient for everybody else. Because her question to me was, where do you want to go to eat? And I was like, I don't know. Why are you putting that much pressure on me? Because I don't even know what I like. Yeah. So it's just like finding yourself, right? Reflecting back on that inner child, things that you wanted to do, things that you wanted, places you want to go, food you want to try, right? Relearning you so people can understand who you are and you being comfortable in yourself. Yes. Mm. I feel like here with this Two of Swords, a lot of people wanted to keep you blindfolded in your emotions. hmm I'm also getting too collective. You could have been avoiding something here. What was that? What is this? Oh, okay. Three of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. Judgment, heartbreak, right? Not people not accepting you for who you are. Yeah. Which then caused you to feel the hurt anyway, right? Because you were always living up to what everyone else wanted or needed. You accepted breadcrumbs, so you always felt shorthanded anyway. But the real thing is, did other people shorthand us, or did we shorthand ourselves? By accepting that, by not speaking up, by not saying what we want, by not living in our true authentic selves, right? Thank you, Spirit. Eight of Swords in reverse. Self-limiting beliefs. Getting a new perspective. Not pointing the fingers at what people did wrong to us. What did we do wrong to ourselves? Accepting it and then releasing it. We don't have to hold on to that. Give me something more. We have the Knight of Wands on the fence. I'm called to say, collective, you're on the fence, right? It's like going after things that you really want to do, but you're still nervous about it, right? You second guess yourself about it. There's something here that you want to make a move on, but you question it. Give me something more. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups in reverse, and the Two of Pentacles in the upright. Why not? Spirit just said that. Why not? Why are you not going towards this new beginning? Are you afraid to try one more time? Are you avoiding the change? It's like you see it and you get downloads and you get nudges to move forward, but then you also feel like you can't. Well, are people going to accept me? Which then makes you feel like maybe you also are a busy person. Maybe you have too many things going on, right? Multiple priorities, balancing, right? It's doing that balancing act, right? We all have to pay bills. We all have to take care of our children. If you have children, we all have responsibilities, period, right? But it's like, letting go of things that aren't necessary so you can work on whatever this is to better yourself, to move forward, to focus, right? We all have some things that we can let go, right? That aren't as important, because we can't show up for anything or anyone else in a healthy way if we're not healthy ourselves. Thank you, Spirit. Eight of Wands. I feel like once you decide and you start pushing forward and moving forward, I feel like things are going to speed up. Things are going to start happening very quickly here. Page of Wands. You're an inspiration. I feel like you're meant to be heard. You're meant to be seen. You're a free spirit. You're willing to explore. Finding a newfound freedom, right? Thank you, Spirit. Let's draw a couple more from the true emotional I'm called to say. We have Jezebel. We have Wish. And we have Closing This Cycle. When I see this Jezebel card, it's showing to me like I don't really see the Jezebel part. I'm getting the way Spirit's showing it to me is being comfortable with you, being comfortable in your own skin. Look how she's just in, I don't know if that's a bikini or a bra and underwear. Either way, she's covered up. But it's almost like being comfortable with yourself. You, whoever you are, male or female, it doesn't matter. And then making that wish, right? And then having that faith to close out this cycle. Amen. Amen. Divine Feminine, whoever I'm speaking to, male or female, but you're in a Divine Feminine energy. So if you're a male, you could be called to use your feminine energy, but also for a feminine as well, using your feminine energy. Maybe you've always had to be strong, be the strong one, right? And now you're called to get back in touch with your creative side, your loving side. And that goes for loving you. Yes. Give me another one. We have Thug. And we have Spirit. We have Spiritual. Chaos, ego death, downward spiral, spiritual awakening. I'm called to say for someone here, you could have experienced somebody that was like a bully. People bullying you, trying to control your life, right? But I feel like you're now learning the deeper meanings to all of this, right? Going within. I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you're more spiritual. So it's almost like that ego death of you don't have to feel embarrassed about anything that you went through. You don't have to be embarrassed of your wants and needs, right? No longer, I just heard that saying, you know how they always say, people are going to talk about you whether you do good or you don't. They don't care. They're still going to talk about you, so let them talk. Right? Having that spiritual awakening. This is your life. You only get one to live, right? So are you going to live it to please everyone else and appease everyone else? Or are you going to live it to please you? Thank you, Spirit. I'm going to end that here. Hopefully this resonated with somebody. If it did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Also, feel free to leave a comment if you feel drawn to do so. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you can see future reads. And if you're interested in a personal reading, everything you need is inside my description box. I'll see you next time. Bye.